Happy hump day, happy Wednesday. Today I'm making chocolate cupcakes and double chocolate chip cookies. I have my ingredients and it's very simple, like all my recipes. This is a keto low carb recipe. I have my cupcakes lined, and I have a cup of almond flour, a half a cup of chocolate chips, a half a cup of plain vanilla yogurt, two tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of unsweetened chocolate powder. This is the sweetener, sugar, 2 tablespoons, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1 egg. Okay. In this bowl, I'm going to add the flour, sugar, baking powder, and cocoa powder, and you mix it. Okay? Mix it all together. Okay, mix it. Make sure everything is well blended together. Okay, everything is well blended. Okay. All right. Alrighty. We're going to set this aside, and in this bowl we're going to mix the eggs, and the butter, and the yogurt. Okay, mix all that together. And I'm using Greek yogurt. All right. So you mix all that together. And then we're going to add, make sure this is blended well also. Got my pan ready. Got my soup. And this, I have the oven at 350. And then we're gonna add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients, okay? So we're gonna fold it in. See, this is very simple, not hard at all. You guys can do this. Okay. Here we go, and it's looking good. So I have my oven at 350, and it's gonna bake for 45 minutes. Okay, 45 minutes. So I'm going to put my chocolate chips in now. Let me fold everything in. Okay. And it looks good. See that? It looks really good. Okay. So now I'm going to fold in the chocolate chips. Okay. And this is our, okay. Then we're going to do our double chocolate chips. I should make a frosting, but I didn't have to get a recipe for the frosting. Okay. So, here we go. Let's see if I need another pan, but I don't think so. $350, 45 minutes. All right, so that's it. Okay, that's how the cupcake's gonna come out. 350, 45 minutes in the oven. Okay, it's been 45 minutes, and I'm going to take the cupcakes out of the oven. So I made 7. I had 1 extra, so I made that extra piece. So I'm going to let it cool, and I'm going to make a chocolate frosting for it. Look how nice that looks. It smells really good. Yeah, and we're going to let it cool, and then we're going to frost it. Okay? But it looks, I'll put this one is early. But look at that. That looks amazing. Put this one out. Ooh. That looks amazing. Okay, and it smells good. I can't wait to try one. It smells very good. Right? So I'll wait for it to cool, and then we're gonna make the chocolate icing, and we're gonna frost it. So now I'm going to make the frosting for the cupcakes. And I have an 8-ounce cream cheese, a 1/4 cup of cocoa powder unsweetened, the sweetener, a 1/4 cup, 2 tablespoons of the sweetener. This is for the heavy cream, a 1/2 cup of heavy cream, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and a 1/2 cup of sour cream. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, I'm going to mix the heavy cream first, then I'll put it in the refrigerator because I don't want it sitting out here too long. So the colder it is, it's better for us to do, you know, for it to be whipped really good. So it's nice and cold. So I'm going to put that in there, about 1/2 cup. Okay. Let's move this out of the way. Okay. And this is for this. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to turn it to the side so it can whip nice. The heavy cream is better. And the bowl is supposed to be cold also. Then I'm going to put the sugar in, okay, and whip it some more. There we go. Coming together nicely. There we go. There we go. Okay. So we got our whipped cream done. Okay. So I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. Okay. Nice. Okay. See that? I'm going to put that in the refrigerator. Let it stay nice and chill. Okay, so I'm just going to rinse this off. And we're going to do our cream cheese and everything else. Okay, got a bowl here. Let me wipe this off. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna do our cream cheese. And this has to be a little chilled. Just a little softened. Not too cold. Okay? All right, so now we'll do this first, and then we're going to add the sugar, then the cocoa, okay? The cocoa powder. Wipe this off. We're going to add the sugar now. Wipe it down again. Wipe the edges down. Then we're going to add the vanilla. We're going to add the cocoa last. Okay? And we're going to sift in the cocoa. Okay. So now we're going to sift in the cocoa. Oh, sorry. Sift in the cocoa. Let me add the cream cheese, the sour cream first. Cocoa is last. Okay. Let's add this in. Okay. Now I'm going to sift in the cocoa. Look how nice that looks. Okay. Okay. Now you can see, you can't see it, I'm sorry. I'm blocking auto, there we go. And then I'm going to fold it in. Okay? So I'm sifting, making sure there's no lumps. That's why we're sifting. Make sure it's no lumps that's going in. Okay. This is nice. All right. So I'm going to fold it in now. And if you wanted to mix your, if you wanted to melt your chocolate and fold it in, you can. Okay. So I'm going to take the blender now and mix everything in. So I want it to be well cooperated. Mix it, make sure it's well mixed in. Okay, well mixed in. Okay. So everything is good. Oh, look at that. Nice and thick. So now I'm going to get the whipped cream that I just blended. And I'm going to fold this in. Okay? To make it gives us a little lightness. Okay? Make it lighter. A little lighter, a little fluffier. That's what I'm going to, that's what it's going to make. Okay? I'm hiding everything. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna let it sit in the refrigerator to chill a little bit. So then I start piping on the cupcakes. Okay. Okay, let it sit for a little bit in the refrigerator, let it get chill. And then I'll come back and I'll start piping. Decorating the cupcakes. So now I'm gonna ice the cupcakes. So I have a piping bag and I have a tip. Okay. So put the piping bag in a cup. Open up the cup. Okay. Open up the cup. And I'm going to, oh, see how thick that is? Okay. Okay. So we're gonna scoop okay. That's enough. Put that to the side. And then we're going to plate up the cupcakes. Okay. They're nice and cool now. And it's the last one. Okay. Now, I'm going to push down. Here we go. So now I'm going to, see the tip? I'm going to cut the tip off. Right. Cut the tip off. Right. Cut it off. Okay. So now I'm going to flop. Okay, so that's my chocolate chip cupcakes. Keto, low carb, nice. Amazing. Beautiful. Yes. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you next week. Now I'm going to make the double chocolate chip cookies. And my ingredients is the Xantec gum, an 1/8 teaspoon of Xantec gum, a pinch of salt, a 1/3 cup of cocoa powder, a 1/2 cup of chocolate chips, unsweetened chocolate chips, 2 eggs, a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/4 cup of the sweetener, and a 1/4 cup of the unsalted butter. If you didn't want to use unsalted butter, you can use coconut oil. Okay. So, in my bowl, this little bit. Okay. Got my bowl here, and I'm going to mix together the dry ingredients first. Okay. So we put the, oh, and I forgot to say one more thing, I'm sorry. 3/4 cups of almond flour. 3/4 cups of almond flour. The sugar. The baking soda. The salt. And I use kosher salt. The Xantec gum. And the cocoa powder, unsweetened cocoa powder. So we mix everything together, and you make sure everything is well cooperated in the flour, with the flour. Okay. So this is going to bake for 10 to 12 minutes on 350. Okay, 10 to 12 minutes on 350. And the eggs have to be at room temperature. Okay. Just make sure that all that baking soda and the Xantec gum is mixed in very well. Okay. All right. And in this bowl, we're going to add in the 2 eggs. Okay, mixing the 2 eggs, the vanilla, and then the butter. Like I said, if you wanted to use the coconut oil, you can. And then we're going to pour everything in here, and we're going to mix it. Okay. And I have my cookie sheet pan ready for my cookies. The chocolate chip goes in last. So we're going to mix, we're going to fold everything in. Okay. And it's going to be thinner, you know, not as thick as some chocolate chip, cookie dough. See, it's not as thick. And this is also a keto recipe. Okay. So now we're going to add in, we're going to fold in the chocolate chips. Okay. Fold in the chocolate chips. And I have my cookie scooper. There we go. Okay. All right. That looks really good, right? So I'm going to use this cookie scoop. Right. Let me do some Okay, so I'm going to scoop out my cookies. All right. And we're not going to go. Put them so close together because they might spread. Okay. This is going to make about 8 cookies. Put one right there. I'm going to add the rest to this right here because this is a small one. So this didn't make a lot of cookies. Okay. All right. So 10 to 12 minutes in the oven at 350. And we're going to put it in. And I'll be back. So the cookies are done. I'm going to take them out of the oven. And look at them. Turn the oven off. And look at the cookies. They're beautiful. So I'm going to let them cool. And I'm going to plate them up. But they look really good. Cookies, cookies. Yeah. So, they look amazing. And let them cool, and we're going to plate them up afterwards. Okay? They look very nice. I wish I can zoom into them, but they look great. Okay, my cookies has cooled, and I'm going to plate them up. They look nice. And I'm going to break this one in the middle, in half. Oh, look at that. See that? Looks amazing. Let's taste test time. And it's nice and soft. This is good. This is good. Double chocolate chip cookies. Keto version. Low carb cookie. It's delicious. All right.